Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. It is December, and we are making our way through winter. We've got a lot to do today, and we're going to spend some money to earn some money. We've got ourselves $116,000 in the bank, and all of that has been earned with our increase in production. We're doing a pretty darn good job with earning money, I have to say. $24,000, $26,000, $32,000 earned. September was a bit off. What did we do in September? We replaced some vehicles. Replaced some vehicles in September. That's what we did there. But at any rate, $30,000 to $20,000 per month in income after paying our big loan of $9,000 per month. We're going to be expanding that. We're going to be buying the corn dryer, and we're going to start drying corn. And as a result, we're going to start making popcorn and buttered popcorn. We had a little bit of a discussion right before the run of the intro about farm machinery with tracks as opposed to wheels. So we're continuing that chat there in chat. But for now, we're just we're working on our cultivation, and I need desperately these bales to ferment. These are the first ones that we wrapped. 98% they will be fermented by the end of the day, because we're out completely. We are completely out of TMR. No. We need to move this. We need to start getting out our corn. There we go. 89,000. We'll make a little bit of corn. That's filling up. Let's go do the deed. Let's go buy some propane. I hope it's not overly expensive. I would say you could probably just look on Google, and there's probably going to be a formula to convert tons per square feet to tons per square meter. But also you have then which ton is it? So in the US, a ton is 2,000 pounds. But I believe Other locations, a ton is 1,000 kilograms, which maybe I don't want to buy methane. I don't want to buy methane. I want to buy propane. I'm pretty sure. Yes. All right. Now that we own that, we can confirm. This is going to need propane. Let's see if we get the choice. That's to sell. Where do I fill propane from? Methane selling station. Oh. Well, I guess I get it from here then. Artemis. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Good morning, depending on where everyone is. We're just abandoning all realms of reality. I know one would never transport propane in this type of a trailer. But it's what I have available to me. It is 2 p.m. for me. Me and mine is 2 p.m. Propane's over here. I hope it takes all 8,000 because I'd rather not have propane just left in this tank. Good. Now in another 3 or 4 months, we'll have our 100G back. Hopefully less. Also, weather for you, Artemis. We were saying at the pre-show that 70 here yesterday. 60 today, back down in the 40s next week, which is honestly fairly normal for us. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to get in that. I wanted to get in the truck. There we go. All right, back to our production. Corn dryer, we're going to activate. It's already activated. We're going to move this to distributing. And then we can fire up our popcorn and a buttered popcorn. And we're not just messing with things. We're just going to sell these straight up. $8 p.m. Nice. That's why I like to live stream on the weekend if I can in the afternoon. We can hopefully hit some folks that are normally not up when my normal live stream's going on. Tonight we're not going to be live streaming. We're going to be doing a Baldur's Gate multiplayer. We do that offline. I kind of wish I had more corn. I don't know what's more profitable. Popcorn or cornbread? I guess I could look and try to figure that out. That's not gonna happen. Wrong place, wrong time. You're gonna mow today, jeez. The idea of mowing the lawn just got me totally flustered. All right, let's look here. Let's try to figure out. Popcorn and buttered popcorn. 1487, 1466. Cornbread is more profitable, I guess. I don't know. I'm not going to do the math on all the ins and outs, but it looks like it's more profitable. Hellhawk, what's up? It's been a while. Been a while indeed. Let's get this rocket and rolling. Go. I never got around to doing my last mowing of the year. At this point, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was just really wet. You never could get out there to do the one last cutting. Yeah, blue butterfly. What about it? Oh. Oh my gosh. We're just completely disjointed today. Maybe it's because I couldn't run Wreckfest last night. That's what it is. I couldn't run Wreckfest last night, so I gotta wreck a lot now. We're also talking about the massive mod drop that happened yesterday. Two maps and a whole heap ton of new mods. Several maps got updated. Saw a Fent pack came out. That looks good. I hadn't had a chance to download it, but the name rings a bell for a really nice Fent pack that I liked in 19. Saw an American workshop building. I thought that looked cool. Haven't had a chance to download that one. So dynamic missions got updated either late yesterday or today. Alien had a conflict with the premium expansion. That's been resolved. Alright, looks like that'll fit. Yes, Space Engineers. I've never played it, but I have seen people play it where they it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like base building in space or anything like that. Since we had a truck out, we might as well. Might as well haul the rest of the wheat down there too. It's a new He-Man. You know it's not going to be as good. You'll have to report back how good it is or isn't. All right, there's that. All the corn's hauled. Didn't they try to do a G.I. Joe live action movie recently? There we go. Wait, G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover? What? What's up, Lord Hades? Is this done yet? Oh, 99%. So close. Need to feed my cows. Fermenting is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I should have saved some more silage bales. You want me to tarp my load? You know what I'd like to see in the next farm sim? I'd like to see tarp animations. And no, sorry, you can't tell me it's impossible because we've seen tarp animations on a couple things already. I'd like to see tarp animations. I don't think I asked for a lot. I think lots of folks have seemed to run out of creative ideas. I think part of the death of creative ideas was all those reality TV shows. Alright, that's good enough. I know we have about 5,000 wheat left, but we'll just leave it at that. We'll park this trailer, park this truck. Slide you in here. Ah, there we go. And now I can see. What do you mean different bale colors? Like these pink, this pink? That's base game. If you're talking about this, that is the net wrap add-on. And we had a little oopsie there. Net wrap add-on. You may or may not like it because it does add a consumable to your baler. So you will have to supply your baler with wrap. And then as you bale, it will consume that wrap. I would like to see basically all the balers and wrappers. I'd like to see them all require the use of consumables. So like when you wrap a bale with silage, you should have to fill and maintain the wrap. If you've got a square baler, you should have to fill and maintain the twine. And for a round baler, the same thing. You should have to fill and maintain the net wrap that goes on the outside of the bale. So that's what the net wrap add-on does, is it basically adds a consumable to your baler, to your round baler. And there's a corresponding net, there's a corresponding add-on for square balers. I don't think there's an add-on for wrappers. It'd be nice if there was. Now there was a grease mod that came out, and I was a little disappointed with the grease mod because it required the manual alteration of everything that you wanted to use it on. Like in lots of cases, like for example the net wrap add-on, the base game equipment, that's what I'm trying to get at. The base game equipment is programmed to work with the add-on without the player having to do anything. So all of the base game balers just work with the add-on. You don't have to edit the baler. You don't have to find a baler that's been pre-configured to work with it. You just add it and off to the races you go. But with the grease add-on, you basically had to take everything you wanted to use it, put it into Giants Editor, add the grease system, and that really put it out of the reach of a lot of players. Are we done yet? No? Let's get this bale to 100%. Yay! Okay. We want to... How do I open this? Do I have to open it from this end? I hope not. Well, this is not handy. I haven't done this in a long time. I forget what the key is. Let's look. Oh, what do you think it's called? C? Do you have to wait for them all in the row to be done? And where are these at then? Okay, well then let's try that. There we go. Yeah, now R. R does it. R, baby. Arg. Alright. I couldn't cut it open until the whole row was done. Am I remembering that someone released a placeable mod that was like a bale man? Like a little man made out of bales? There was a placeable deco mod that was released that was basically that. Or maybe I'm just remembering it on a couple maps. There was like a deco bale guy. Yeah, we've all seen the round bale decked out like a spider, like for Halloween and stuff. All those round bales makes me think of that. Yeah, well, yeah. There is a mod that has that where you can add it. I think it's called Real GPS or something. But pretty much you have to edit every tractor you want to add it to. Oh, look at that. What an amazing balance job. I think there's some tractors that have been pre-configured to support it. if I'm remembering right, I think I saw it over at ellisfarmingmods.com. I think that's where I saw it. Be worth going over and checking. No, we didn't make any poplar bales. All right, let's get our cows back on track with making milk. Because they were out totally. Lost all productivity, lost all health as a result. Now, of course, those of you with like an Android tablet or an Android phone, even although I think better with an Android tablet, you've got the Sim dashboard, right? I don't have a tablet, so I've never used it. I know there's some content creators out there that use it rather extensively. Now, I don't use mine for farm sim gameplay, but also a really great button box would be the Stream Deck. You can get just from the Stream Deck App Store. I think they have like farm sim buttons. Let's lookity look. Let's lookity look and don't talk back. Yeah, look. Oh, I don't know if I'd pay $20 for it. But we've got all these buttons made out and everything. Like I said, Stream Deck, pretty cool piece of machinery. It's one of those pieces of tech that you don't know that you need until you have it, and then you've come up with so many ways of using it, you don't know how you ever didn't have it. I think one of the big downsides of Sim Dashboard is it's only Android. It doesn't work with iOS devices, Apple devices. It'd be really nice to see that get developed for those devices as well. Oh, come on. I mean, the little flashy USB beacon. It's fun. It's fun. I did ask Giants just the other day because I saw a bunch of merch, Giants merch, Farm Sim merch, profiled in their latest issue of the Giants magazine, the Farming Simulator magazine. Issue 4 came out late last week. Asked them where they were with respect to being able to get merch on this side of the ocean for the North American fans, and it is still a work in process. But hopefully I'll be able to announce in the coming months that they now have a distribution channel to get some various things over here, like farm sim keychains, mouse pads, and other such items. Okay. Up. If you haven't had a chance to look or pick up the Farm Sim magazine, it's definitely worth a pickup. In my opinion, they've got information around all types of farm sim related things. Issue 4 had a review, and I still have to read it. A review of the Sim Stick, or the Farm Stick. That does look like a nice accessory for those that are maybe looking for a joystick that is going to work with Farm Sim. Pretty much any joystick will work, but the Sim Stick, the Farm Stick, has some specific programming button-wise to support the game. Well, I'm sure you've heard plenty about that already. Those of you in the States, are you ready for taxes? Are you ready for the annual do I owe or do they owe me? I'm still waiting for some stuff to come in. I'll probably start working on mine when I get back from the National Farm and Machine Show. We'll be heading out there in just over 2 weeks. Just over 2 weeks' time, from February 13th through February 17th. I think I'm coming back on the 18th. Because the farm show is the 14th through the 17th. We'll be doing our best to provide you coverage of that, just as we did last year. No, I did finish these 2 grass fields yesterday or Thursday. Actually, I finished these on Thursday when I didn't live stream. I think we ended up with like 140 silage bales off of all of our grass fields. So we should be set for quite a long time. Fertilizing these now so we don't have to worry about it later. the reason I brought up taxes is that, well, around tax season, right? Sometimes you start looking for things, bigger ticket items that you may not necessarily be able to pick up with because you're going to be getting a nice little rebate back. And if that is the case, I encourage you to go check out Apex Gaming Computers. We've got a link down in the description. We are partners with them, and as such, we have 3 custom configurations from Apex Gaming Computers. We got the Yeoman, Homesteader, and Rancher. I feel the Rancher is maybe a little high price for what you get. Homesteader, though, is definitely, in my opinion, a good sweet spot. For a limited time, with the coupon code It's Cold, you get 25% off over at Apex Gaming Computers. These are custom configurations that they worked with me to set up. We've got a 12400F 6-core processor, all-in-one liquid cooler. We've got 16 gigs of RAM, a 4060 now in the Homesteader configuration, 512 gig NVMe drive, 750 watt power supply, so plenty of room to upgrade in the future. 4060, I think last time we talked about Apex, it was a 3060, so we've upped that now to a 4060. Again, 25% off, so $1597 as opposed to $2130. Give them a thought if you are looking about maybe picking up an upgraded computer after you get your taxes back. Apex Gaming Computer, again, link down in the description below. And we run into a bush. Oregon trees, what's up? Been snowing all day. I wonder when we're going to get accumulation here. We're going to fast forward as soon as we get done our fertilizing this grass field. Did anybody have a chance to check out the 2 map videos that dropped yesterday, last night? The 2 maps that were released yesterday, we had Volcano Island Extended, an update to the already released Volcano Island map. That map originally came out in May of 23. 7 months later, we get a slightly extended variant that has added grapes and olives to the mix. We also had a very, very complex and involved 4X map with 54 productions built in. That was released. That one took, oh my gosh, it was like 4 hours of recording between those 2 map videos. 4 hours of recording, editing, and prep. Because I started a little bit after 6 p.m. my time, and I closed the editor, I think, a little after 10:30 p.m. Thankfully, I was able to get YouTube to process those fairly quick, and we were well, counting sheep by midnight. All right, who thinks we're gonna have snow on the ground come January? We do. We do have snow on the ground. And we have $50,000 in the bank. Booyah! We're making some cash. So we're out of our milk. Cornbread is running. Wheat is running. Corn flour is running. Oh, why do we have dried corn? I don't want dried corn. Oh, shoot. That might be a problem. I guess the snow doesn't stick on the silos. Grain bins, too slick. Falls right off. Alright, we need a feed. Yeah, they're slow. Well, right now they're okay. But they'll start jitterbugging here in a little bit. I think we need snow on bales left out. That's what we need. You can never have too many bales. You can never have too many. There we go. Alright, Hellhawk, catch you later. Glad to hear you're hitting the trails for some family quality time. We have how much milk? Not a lot of milk. Again, because we ran out of food last month. Our productivity went to junk. Yeah, take care. There we go. I don't know if I've seen that map or not. Is it on the mod hub or is it somewhere else? Oh. What's up, Barbecue and Neil? Are you a rub guy or a sauce guy? And are you a vinegar guy or are you a sweet guy? Let's go ahead and make one more load. Well, usually barbecue guys are very preferential. And then you also have the pork or beef debate. See, look, we've gone through 6 silage bales in just one day. So at this rate, I'll need 72 silage bales just for a year. Contracts. Any good money? Yes. Oh, Oh, that field is like a pain in the tuchus. You want to give me 200 thou to cultivate that? What do you think? Should I take it? Should I take it? Should I take it? Should I take it? We don't play with course play. Ah, wintertime is so nice. We got little snowmen out and everything. Alright, we need to get all the way up here. You get to feel double deuce. And then we will hire a helper and go off on our merry way. Yeah, remember, but did you play Farm Sim 19? If you did, then there was the Seasons mod, and with the Seasons mod, you had winter contracts, or you could have winter contracts to plow driveways and clear the streets and parking lots and stuff. That was, oh, we got a nasty snowdrift here. Scottish, you got the wrong channel. Maybe take a look and see. I mean, they didn't pay out a ton. But they were useful. Gave you something to do in the winter. Just like the pellet haul gives you something to do in the winter. With straw harvest. We'll be able to afford the pellet haul with this. Or the pellet press. We'll be close to being able to buy the pellet press. After a $200,000 payday. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. far as things we need to do, I think we're pretty good. We got our cows topped off, basically. They got water, they got straw. All our productions are good. We should just stop. I'll outline the field and then we'll hire the help. On this, I really don't care how long it takes. Once I outline the field, I'm just gonna set him off and let him do his thing. Then I'll fast forward into February and feed the cows again. And we'll just keep doing that. We really don't have a place to put the pellet haul down, though. The one spot that I could put it, I put a bunch of greenhouses down so we can make ketchup more effectively. And if we stopped making ketchup and we got rid of the greenhouses, then I could put the pellet haul down and save up. We'd have to convert over to a square baler. Then we could just make pellets all winter long. But I think we're doing pretty good with our production already. Yeah, pellets from a straw harvest. Straw harvest released on Tuesday, I think it was. Shane, what's up? You can make pretty good money with straw pellets and hay pellets. Where to get the straw? Well, I mean, you make it. So after you've made the straw, then you either make pellets in the field, well, it's your wheat, your barley, your oats. Now there are mods that let you get straw from corn and a straw from canola and possibly even soybeans. Assuming that mod makes regular straw bales out of those crops, then you could use those on straw harvest also, but they have to be regular straw bales. Bobby W, thank you for becoming a farm baron. You know what? You know what I think we've totally, completely forgot to do? This video is brought to you by Donald Smart and Darren Manville. Thank you for being farm barons. I forget to do that way too many times. %. Okay, it is registering then that we are doing work. $75,000. Nice. Are you fermenting? You're fermenting. You're done. You're a large bale. Oh, what am I doing? There, drop you off. What I am a little low on is small straw bales. We got wiggle worms, bales. Don't be freaking out on me. Tell you what, folks, I have been the last week or so going down a dangerous rabbit hole. With respect to handheld computers. A dangerous rabbit hole. So those bad boys, they're expensive. Also been going down the rabbit hole of little mini computers. Well, handheld, like I'm sure you've heard of the Steam Deck, right? From Valve. That would be classified a handheld computer. You probably heard of the ROG Ally. That would be a handheld computer. Lots of others by various names. I'm just gonna try to clean my mess up, but I don't think I can. Not with a straw bale in there. Then another rabbit hole I've been going down are little mini computers. They're just so darn cute and powerful. No. These will play full-fledged farm sim very easily. Among lots of other things, other uses. Now I was watching some channels, some tech channels, and the next thing you know, I'm starting to get recommended a whole bunch of these retro gaming channels. And you know, the idea of playing your old classic Genesis titles. I was a Genesis kid. I had a Genesis. Or Nintendo titles, N64, original PlayStation titles. Yeah, there are some, most of the big players in the mini computer market are pretty much focused and dedicated to that. But I'm probably also maybe a bit geekier than your average farm sim creator. So I see some of these mini systems as kind of amazing, amazing small home virtualization systems. For example, alright, catch you later. Merchant to Karma. This load of TMR should fill up the cows. I need to see how much milk we have. I don't remember, did I check my what's on sale? Okay. Andy, thank you for the sub. Milk. 4,000 liters of milk. We could take that down. Make some butter at least with it. Cows need water too. We do have our helper up there working on the big contract. I don't think we'll get that payday today. A $200,000 payday just for some cultivation work. That's worth it. Let's just see how our nearly out of flour. All right, we need to start sending flour back over there. We're out of butter. Get that running again. Where's our corn dryer down here? We're out of corn. Are you serious? We're out of corn. All right, that's a problem. I need to see if I can get dried corn out of the mill. Because I don't need dried corn in the mill. Is it just a dump? Yes, it is. Oh, there's no way out. There's no way to get dried corn out. Dang. Well, I can buy sugar on this map. So maybe we just do this. And then I have to buy sugar. A good enhancement for the next game would be to be able to define where you want to send your products automatically, as opposed to having it just get distributed evenly. Farmer G, good evening. Good evening. We are making 200 G's on a cultivation contract. I couldn't pass it up. And we're cultivating in the middle of the snow. Because why not? See my lovely stack over there? Realm of Chaos now. Come on. I'm driving through the snow. It's a little slow. A little slow. What have you been up to, Realm of Chaos? Other than causing chaos. Well, before the live stream, I thought I was going to get paid $70,000 to cultivate the big field across the street. Remember, I think we got paid 90 G's to fertilize that one. Well, when I went back and looked, it was $17,000. So no, that was definitely a knock. And then I was perusing, because you know that's what we do. We peruse. I was perusing these contracts, and I saw this one at $67,000, and I thought that was a good deal. And then I landed on this one, $202,000. Now, it is a ginormous field, 86 acres. It's the biggest field on the map. In field 22. But $200,000? That'll go a long way. Well, you know, overtime keeps you out of trouble. And it also helps the bank account. It also causes Lots of money to go to the government with increased taxation. But hey, that's the way life works. But it's better to be able to work overtime than to be told, don't come in today because I don't have anything for you to do. Right. All right, that should top them off. We don't have to worry about them for a bit. Places that tell you not to come in because they don't have anything for you to do. Yeah. Yeah, they have those. They exist. They exist. Now, when they tell you don't come in, you also don't get paid. So we've already cultivated that because there's no stubble. You know, there's places that, like all these gaming company layoffs. A lot of these gaming company layoffs are coming out and about because they hired people during the gaming boom that was COVID, right? When everyone, not me, but when lots of people were at home and not doing a whole lot of work, well, there wasn't a lot to do, so there was a lot of gaming going on. And some gaming companies saw a giant boost in interest in their games, and a lot of money came in from game sales and such. And then, as such, now that everyone's back to work, and it's been back to work for a while, these gaming companies are not having sustainable revenue figures to keep up with all this labor they picked up on. So they're having to, well, do what companies do and dump labor to try to get back to a sustainable point of revenue versus expenses. Yeah, I was reading some Farm Sim guy's interview in the 4th issue of the Farm Sim magazine. And yeah, it was like, I started the channel, you know, during the COVID shutdown. When I was working from home, or basically, you know, had a lot of home time. And I'm like, yeah. That wasn't my experience. I was still going to the office. Nobody else was there, but I was there. Because if one of the physical servers needed something, it doesn't really help if everyone is not there. So someone had to be there. Yeah, well, I mean, I had to, that was, it was packed lunch days then. The dining hall was not open because there were no students on campus. And I tell you, when you get used to eating lunch for basically a $6 all-you-can-eat buffet, there aren't too many options out there that are as economical, that don't have a great restriction in variety. You can definitely have lunch for less than $6 a day, but your variety is going to be on the reduced side. Farmall H, what is up? What is up? We had a Farmall H on the farm. I don't think it worked. I don't think it ran. We had a Super H that I used quite extensively growing up. It definitely ran. The H did not. It's a fun little tractor. We use it to rake. We use it to transport bale wagons around. We use it to operate the PTO driven augers. So yes, I do have platinum, and I'll tell you straight up, I haven't used the platinum DLC in a year. At least not that part of it. I honestly don't know if there's a way to detach the container once you connect it. I know if you sell it, the whole container goes away. I mean, I would think you would need to make sure that you had it selected, you know, with G. Then you had the right thing selected, and then you hit detach, and it would unhook if it was designed to unhook. But I used it basically the whole month of December after Platinum came out. We did forestry on Silver Run Forest. We used the containers. And then I've not touched forestry since. And therefore I haven't touched the containers since. About the only thing I use out of the Platinum expansion with any regularity, and that's a bit of a stretch at that, is going to be the loaders. I've used the BM loader. I've used the Volvo loaders, which are excellent for moving silage around. Those about the only things that I would routinely use out of this pack, because everything else is so focused on forestry. And I basically have done enough forestry between Farm Sim 17 and 19 that I have zero interest in continuing that. Jim, what's up? Well, you know, I took a contract out that I couldn't not take out. They want to pay me 200 G's. They want to pay me $200,000 to cultivate this massive field. So I said, okay, I'll do it for $202,000, and we're already 27% done. So I don't know how long it's going to take to do, but $200,000, it's worth it. Well, can you use the sell everything placeable? Does that work for containers too? Yeah, I know. When I asked what was the difference between the H and the Super H. It's the it was the hydraulics. I think the Super H, we definitely had hydraulic on it. I had a single hydraulic hookup, whereas the regular H did not. Maybe the Super H had a little more oomph to it in the engine horsepower, but I don't know. We had internationals on the farm, so we had a functional. We had a Super H. We had a 486 tricycle trike, narrow front. We had an 806, and we had a 986. Those were our four primary tractors that got the jobs done. We had a front loader, but I honestly do not remember the brand of that at all. See, look at this massive field, and we got this much done. Oh, extended horsepower. Okay. A 3050 to a 3060? Or is it a 3050 to a 4060? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was... The H and the Super H were the smallest tractors we had in the alphabet family. The Super H and the 486 were both leaded gasoline tractors, whereas the 806 and the 986 were diesel. Okay, all right. That's just typically an upgrade path that I don't hear about. Are you seeing a noticeable improvement? And yeah, power supplies are going to be power supplies are often the limiting factor for GPU upgrades. I know when I upgraded my GPU last, I also upgraded the power supply because I felt that it was going to be right there on the fringe. I used to have a 650 watt power supply in the system, and I upgraded it to a 850 watt. And when my system's gone full bore, I have seen it pull more than 600 from the wall, so I'm glad I did do that upgrade. Because of course the efficiency curve just goes off a cliff the closer you are to the system's max output. Well, that's great. That's great. And sadly, the 50 series really is down there at the is the budget level. The 60 series is a step up from that for sure. I do have the Case IH Anniversary Pack, yes. I wish there was more in it. Do we have it activated here? I would think I would. I don't see it. I don't know why I don't have it activated. I would have thought because this is a case playthrough. Yeah, it was real cheap pickup. You know, we had the modern small farm-all case tractor, and then a nod to the old school with the 1066. I wish it was the 66 series, and so have lots of other folks have commented to that effect. Right, that if you could have had the configuration options to run through the various 66 series tractors. With and without the hydrostatic transmission. Now I learned about the Farmall 100-year anniversary when I was at the National Farm Machine Show last year. And I also learned about Gleaner's 100-year anniversary at the same time. Would love to see Gleaner come into the game officially. And I hope once Giants' Chicago office gets further up to speed, they can have some kind of like manufacturer representatives in that office that could go out and maybe engage with these manufacturers, because there's a lot of interest. There's a lot of North American player interest in the Gleaner. And it was interesting to read and learn about them at the farm show, that they were the first. I mean, their original product was a self-propelled harvester. All right, so 100 years of self-propelled harvester. So there's rich agricultural history there. You know, there's a story to be told, and there's a way to tell it in the game to educate. That's where I'd like to see the game utilized more, is more in a educational fashion. Yeah, and I think that's the trend with usually you like what you grew up with, or you like what you saw growing up, typically. So, you know, if you saw a bunch of case stuff growing up in use, then you gravitate to that. You got some nostalgia there with that. If you seen or used a lot of John Deere stuff growing up, then you'll gravitate to that. Yeah, Massey stuff. We had a international. It was International Cup Cadet, right? We had a red ride-on international lawnmower. Pretty sure it was an International Cup Cadet. It was a big day when that got upgraded to a zero turn. So yeah, we're just gonna work away that way. 34%. Yeah, we're definitely not going to pay out today on stream. We'll be paying out off camera, but next time we come back, which will likely be Monday, it will be spring planting season. Should already have my wheat in the ground. right? I do have my wheat in the ground. It's been weeded. I think I need to weed it yet. We need to plant our corn. Sounds like you are definitely a farm off family with that. Is it restored in any way, or is it, you know, still a workhorse? So February, we can do corn in April. Yep. When we come back, it'll be April. We'll be slapping corn in the ground. We'll have lots of cash in the bank because we'll have finished this contract out. Around here, it's right here. Lots of older tractors are somewhat restored and relegated to parade duty. Sometimes it's hard to see them just come out for parades. It's like they were built for so much more. Let them live out there in the field. Well, yeah, of course, they're not making any friends nowadays with the whole repair strategies. While they might not be doing it too much different than other manufacturers, they sure are the ones to have gotten the heat for it. All right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. That's what we do. We go for about 2 hours and then we cut her off. Tonight we'll be busy with other activities. Tomorrow night we'll be over at the FK Funhouse channel doing our Sunday night convoy night. If y'all like American Truck Simulator, or you just like to see crazy people doing crazy things, well, it might be worth your while to go check that channel out. Explanation FK's Funhouse. Friday night we typically run Wreckfest, but we couldn't been able to do that in the last 2 weeks because of map releases. So we will hopefully be able to get back to Wreckfest next Friday as well. Indeed, right? Indeed. Until next time, happy farming.